Welcome to Drinks with Danny and Joe.
I'm Danny.
And I'm Joe.
And today we have The White Russian. It is a follower recommendation.
Listener recommendation.
Listener recommendation.
Yes. So, The White Russian is a cocktail with no specific origin. It's not Russian at all.
No.
Because of the vodka, it's called a Russian because it has vodka in it.
And vodka is from Russia?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, theoretically, the vodka we're drinking is from France, so I guess ours is a white Frenchman. But I think if it was considered a Frenchman, it would be like cognac or something.
Yeah.
But a White Russian is vodka, Kahlua, and cream. So it started as Black Russian, which is vodka, Kahlua. And then they put cream in it that made it a White Russian.
Oh. Why do you think they put in the cream?
Probably to tame it. Make it a little less bitey, would be my guess.
Yeah, I feel like Kahlua and vodka would be very strong.
It is. From what I could tell, it was sometime in the mid-60s that they first made it. And then it kind of went by the wayside for a while. And then it came back into popularity in the late 90s from being in the Big Lebowski.
Oh, yeah! I forgot that he liked to... okay, so we're tasting it already?
Okay, why don't you call me out? Jeez.
You could hear the glass. Okay, let's go ahead.
Okay.
I mean, it's good. I like White Russians.
That's a White Russian.
Yep, it's good. But yes, I forgot that he drank a lot of White Russians.
Yeah, not the Big Lebowski. He didn't.
No, the dude.
The dude did. Yeah. So, the Big Lebowski, Jeffrey Lebowski, was, a rich douche. Or, I mean, technically he wasn't rich. The money was his wife's money.
Oh, yeah.
So, he was just a douche.
Just a douche, but still good movie, though.
Yeah. And then, the dude was also Lebowski. But not the Big Lebowski. He was just the dude.
He was just, the dude who drank White Russians constantly. I do see some variations on White Russians. Did you see those?
Like the white Mexican, white Canadian, etc.
Yeah, and pumpkin spice. Yeah, the white Mexican is made with sweet horchata instead of cream. Gross. I bet that would be good. I don't think I've ever had horchata, though. The white Canadian made with maple whiskey instead of vodka.
Also, no.
And the pumpkin spice White Russian made with pumpkin spice creamer and sweet pie style rim. Pie style rim? Oh, I guess you rim it with...
Yeah, probably. Like sugar and pumpkin spice.
I wouldn't do that, but I would do the... Now I kind of want to do it with like other creamer flavors.
I don't. I'm good with the original.
Well, you always like to stick to the original. I like the off-the-wall things, but that would be good, I think. I wouldn't mind trying it with something else.
I mean, it might be okay, but I'm good with the original.
I mean, it is delicious. And how do they word it? Don't fix something that's not broken? What's that saying?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Big Lebowski, so we did another, what is it called? 7 things
That's
to Kevin
like
Bacon.
A 6 degrees of separation kind of thing.
Yeah, we did another one of those, just for shits and giggles, because they're fun. So we wanted ours to go. So we started with one movie, and then we picked.
We started very randomly. It wasn't like an intended thing, but we watched one movie and we were like, okay, let's pick an actor from that one. And then watch one of their movies, and then et cetera, et cetera. And then like halfway through, we're like, well, let's see if we can loop back around to the first movie.
To one of the characters in the first movie.
Which we did. And the way it worked out, that character is also in The Big Lebowski.
Yes, who drinks a lot of White Russians. So it really kind of worked out.
Yeah. It worked out for this episode.
Yes, it did.
Okay, so let's go through the movies.
Okay, so the first movie we did was Crazy Stupid Love.
Yes, which was inspired by a previous episode, which just aired, right?
Crazy Stupid Love?
Yeah, because we talked about it in the old-fashioned episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah, because that's... I remember I said I made it like he makes it in Crazy Stupid Love.
Why did I blank out on that?
I don't know.
Yes. So we started out with Crazy Stupid Love, and we chose Ryan Gosling.
Because he makes good...
He makes good movies. Well, and good old-fashions.
Old-fashions.
Because he made it... In that movie, he made the old-fashioned the way that Joe made it.
Yes.
For our old-fashioned episode. But we watched that movie, and then we chose Ryan Gosling for our for our actor that we were going to watch the next movie.
Right.
And what movie was that?
That was All Good Things.
And what was that movie about?
That was the one that had him and...
Kirsten Dunst.
He's a real estate heir.
Mm-hmm.
And works for his dad's company, and his wife goes missing. It's like a suspenseful movie.
And it's loosely based on a true story.
Yeah, it's based on the actual story of Robert Durst.
I think so. Because you made a joke about Fred Durst.
Yeah. His brother Fred. Who is, I think, not at all related.
No, but it was just funny with the Durst name.
We said something about he was ruining the Durst name, but really Fred already ruined it. So.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a good movie. And that was a
good movie.
From that movie, we picked
Kirsten Dunst.
Mm-hmm.
And then the movie we saw of hers
was Upside Down.
That
was my first time watching it. It's an interesting movie. Yeah. That one is when it's there's two worlds-ish kind of thing.
Yeah, it's two planets that are supposedly gravitationally locked to each other, but things that come from one world keep that world's gravity, and things that come from the other keep that world's gravity. So
yeah, so it's interesting. They end up meeting, like her and another guy end up meeting on like the top of a mountain.
Yeah.
But when they talk to each other, they're basically staring up. So that was a good movie.
Yes. You have to watch it.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like at first I was like, this is weird. Yeah. But like as it goes on, you're like, oh, this is really cute. I really like this.
Yeah, that one's a love story.
Mm-hmm. And from that movie, we chose Timothy Spall.
Yes.
That's his name, right? Timothy Spall. And what movie did we go to next?
And he's in one of the movies you really like, which is Harry Potter. But
yes.
That's not what we went with.
No, we did not go with Harry Potter.
Alice in Wonderland.
He is, if people don't know him by name, he is Peter Pettigrew from Harry Potter.
He's also in Alice in Wonderland. He's the dog.
Yes.
Like the bloodhound or hound.
Bayard, yeah.
Yeah.
Bayard, he's the hound dog.
So that was our jump to Alice in Wonderland.
Yes. And then the next one we used Anne Hathaway. And that one took us to... Oh, you have it written down. I'm trying to remember what it was.
That took us to Dark Knight Rises, where she's Catwoman.
Yep, Dark Knight Rises. Then we picked... You have it written down in front of you. I don't have it written down.
Then we went from Dark Knight Rises, we used Christian Bale.
Yes.
And went to I'm Not There.
Yes. That's a Tom Petty movie? No.
Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan movie.
Yeah,
I get them mixed up sometimes.
Bale plays Bob Dylan at a specific age.
Yes. And Julianne Moore is in that one.
Julianne Moore's in that one.
And then originally we went back to Crazy Stupid Love with Julianne Moore because she's in Crazy Stupid Love. But then when we realized we're doing White Russians, we're like, hey, Julianne Moore is also in The Big Lebowski.
She is.
And then that also takes us around back to Crazy Stupid Love.
Yes.
So that worked out really well.
Mm-hmm. Although her character in The Big Lebowski, not my favorite character. It's well acted.
Mm-hmm.
But she's like, just,
hoity-toity.
Yeah. She's like very artsy and...
Yeah.
Like, not artsy like I'm artsy like she's society artsy. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to make $1 million on a painting, you have to be in that art world.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't care for her character in that one either. I did enjoy her in Crazy Stupid Love.
Yeah.
She was a good actress in that one.
Yeah. Well, she's a good actress in The Big Lebowski, too. She commits to that role.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But the character.
Honestly, if you didn't know it was Julianne Moore, you would know it was Julianne Moore.
Yeah. The first movie that I remember seeing Julianne Moore in, I'm trying to remember what it's called. I think it's called Unknown, maybe. Or The Forgotten. I think it's The Forgotten. It's where she has like a kid and something happens and they try to like brainwash her to let her know that she didn't have a kid.
I've not seen that.
I think that's what it's called, but it was a really kind of like suspenseful-esque movie, but I really enjoyed that. Let me see if I can look it up. What's the
Does their kid go missing?
Let me look.
Because there's a movie where a kid goes missing, I think, on a plane. I don't think that's that one, but there is a movie where a kid goes missing on a plane and they try to convince her that there was never a kid.
That might be the same thing. Let me look because I forgot she was also in Hannibal.
Yeah, I haven't seen Hannibal, so...
You've not seen Hannibal?
Mm-mm.
I enjoy Hannibal.
I watched...
Oh, she's in Hunger Games, too. I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah, she's in...
She's in the last one.
Ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's see.
We probably could have got there with Hunger Games somehow, but...
Oh, okay, I lied. It was not The Forgotten. It's Jurassic Park, Lost World. That's probably the first thing that I remember seeing her in.
I knew she was in that, but I don't remember.
She is Jeff Goldblum's ex-wife in the third one. Because she's in the Lost World.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me see if I can find that one that I was talking about. Yeah, it is called The Forgotten. Let's see here. After being told that their children never existed, a man and woman soon discover there is a much bigger enemy at work.
Okay, so that's a different movie altogether.
Yeah, so it's not an airplane or anything. But I knew it was something where they like said that the kid never existed. I was like, I remember that. Oh, she's an Eagle Eye. She's the voice of Araya, Ariia. She's uncredited. Is that like the robot thing?
I think so.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
Me either. We could have got there that way too, because...
Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
It's fun to do the 7 degrees of...
6 degrees.
6 degrees? I thought it was 7. Oh.
6 degrees of separation.
6 degrees. It's fun to do that. I thoroughly enjoy doing that. And guys, if you have a couple of actors that you want us to try and do that on, give us a suggestion. We will do our best to try and actually do it.
Yeah, we'll see if we can map it out.
Yeah. Because we're literally sitting there in like IMDb. At least that's what I do. Yeah. I go through it. I start with one and then I go, what other movies have I seen? So, but it's fun. We were going to use Joseph Gordon-Levitt, but then that would have put us over 6.
And we didn't have...
Oh, Don John.
Don John.
We are trying to watch all the movies, too, that we have suggested.
Yes.
So.
Which, you've seen Don John, I think.
I think I have. I think I watched it
with me.
Yes. It's been a few years, though.
Him and Black Widow.
Scarlett Johansson?
Yeah.
ScarJo.
And, Ted Danson? No.
I don't know.
Who's the one from Who's the Boss? Tony Danza?
Sure.
Yeah.
I've never seen Who's the Boss.
Really? That's not okay.
I love getting those. Really?
That is not okay.
I get those quite a bit from Joe.
That's where...
Really?
What's her name got her start?
Yeah. What's her name?
Hold on.
Oh, is that where Phoebe? Phoebe from Charmed? No?
I don't know who Phoebe from Charmed is. Alyssa Milano.
Yep, that's Phoebe from Charmed. Yeah. I'm like, did you know? Fun fact.
Tony Danza. Is Joseph Gordon-Levitt's dad.
Nice. Fun fact about Alyssa Milano. When they made Ariel from The Little Mermaid, they used her as inspiration for Ariel's look.
Which is weird, because Ariel's a redhead, and Alyssa Milano is not.
Oh, no, I know, but like I think with her face and facial features and stuff, they used Alyssa Milano as reference for Ariel.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
That is a fun fact. Who's the Boss is on Hulu, by the way, so...
And we did just get it.
We can watch it.
Yay.
I know, you're super excited. A show from the 80s that I'll enjoy.
I lived in the 80s for all of 2 years. Well, 2 years and 2 months.
This show started in 1984.
Oh.
So, it's older than you are.
Well, I mean, if it started in the 80s, then yes.
You started in the 80s.
Yes, I started in the late 80s, though.
Yeah, but if it started in the later 80s, it would be younger than you.
In the late 80s.
Yeah.
I'm just in the late 80s.
Right.
And when you said 80s, I assumed that it was the beginning 80s.
But you don't know. But no. I just told you. So now you know.
Because 84 is essentially mid-80s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you do this too? I'm curious. So
Probably not.
When I think of like the beginning, the mid, and the late, I go, we'll just do 80s. 80, 81, 82, 83 is beginning 80s. 84, 85, 86, mid 80s. 87, 88, 89, late 80s.
Nope.
That's my
I mean, I guess I do,
division
but I
of
don't
it.
Rationalize it in my head like that. I just, if it's in the late 80s, I consider it late 80s, and beginning 80s, I consider it.
Right, but I
don't have a specific cutoff.
What do you consider late 80s?
The late 80s.
Right. What years? Am I born in the late 80s to you? Or to you, am I born in the mid 80s?
No, you're not mid 80s.
I'm late 80s. See,
mid to late 80s.
I'm born in 87.
I mean, you're kind of in the middle of the mid to late 80s.
See, in my opinion, I'm late 80s because I'm the last 3. I'm in the last 3 years. So that is the late 80s. I divide it into that.
Into thirds.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, because there's 80. I did add 80 into it, and then I was like, wait, I don't usually add the 80 into it, because 80 is, I mean, of course, that's beginning, because that is beginning.
That's 80.
But 1, 2, and 3.
The 80s, it's 80.
Yeah, but 1, 2, and 3 is beginning. 4, 5, 6, middle. 7, 8, 9, end. Mm-hmm. That's how my brain works.
Mine doesn't need to rationalize when in the 80s is mid and late and beginning.
That is because you are not type A. And I'm a little bit more type A than you, but I'm not super, super type A. It's funny. My desk at work, I keep it pretty well organized. Mm-hmm. And I don't mind people borrowing my stuff. As long as you put it back. Just put it back. Put it back where you got it. Don't just put it back on my desk.
All that shit goes right out the window.
Yes. And my drawers, a mess. Mm-hmm. My drawers, my cabinets underneath, a mess. But the top of my desk looks fantastic.
Which here, I'm more...
You're cleaner than I am
organized here.
Yes. I'm a little more free-spirited at home, I guess.
Which I think is indicative of you're not actually type A. You just want people to think you're type A.
Maybe. But see, I don't do it.
You want to project a type A personality at work.
But
like,
I don't.
I'm very organized. Look at how organized I am.
But I don't do it on purpose. Like, it's not something I think about specifically. Like, I don't want to go. I want people to think of me this way. I don't do that. I don't think that way.
Not consciously.
No.
But unconsciously.
I think I'm fairly organized with my work. I think that's what it is. When I work, I'm organized. The rest of my life, not.
I think you're comfortable here. So you show your true colors, which are very unorganized.
I am unorganized.
Whereas I'm always a little bit unorganized, but also organization lets me relax.
Yeah. You're also cleaner than I am. I'm not dirty, but I'm messy.
Yeah, can't relax in a mess.
Yeah. I try my best to clean up after myself a little bit more, and
which is why I'm always so stressed out.
Yes, I stress out your life. Such a
You hear
bad
all the stress
person.
in my voice?
Yes, you have so much stress in your life.
Yeah, I do. It's horrible. That's why I drink.
Oh, fuck you. Then why do I drink?
'Cause you're too organized at work.
Yes, that is why we drink. Because I stress him out at home and I'm too organized at work.
Yeah, it's all you. You stress yourself out and me out. Jeez.
I'm an overstressor. I stress us both. I'm such a bitch.
I like this theory. It makes me look really good.
It does. It makes me look really bad.
You stress a lot easier than I do.
I do. I freak out. I stress a lot quicker than what he does. And that's just, I guess, my personality.
Yeah, whereas I am pretty laid back.
Calm. I just don't know how you do that. I don't know how you stay so calm.
I make it a point in my life to be calm.
Right. Even when I try to make a point to be calm, on the internal side, I'm freaking out. Do you do that?
Yeah, you don't actually do anything to cultivate calmness, though.
What do you do to cultivate?
You just go, I'm going to be calm, and that does nothing.
What do you do to cultivate your calmness?
I breathe. I do meditation. Like, I've put a lot of effort into being calm. You have put zero effort into being calm, and thus, you are not calm.
I have always thought of myself as a very high-strung person.
Well, do you know about the power of speaking things into existence or thinking things into existence?
I've heard of it, but I've never practiced it.
So, if you think you're a high-strung person, you will be a high-strung person because you will meet your own expectations.
Oh, then I guess I have practiced it because I think of myself as a high-strung person.
Yeah. So if you think of yourself as a calm person, then you naturally will be a more calm person. But you have to actually believe it. You can't just go, well, I'm calm, and not believe it. It will not work.
Okay.
But if you believe that you're a calm person, you will be a more calm person.
Maybe I'll have to try that.
Yeah. Also, try meditating.
Oh.
It's super helpful.
Speaking of meditating, Joe has started a Meditation with Joe podcast. You should all go check it out. It's on Spotify and...
wherever.
Yes, go check it out, guys.
Wherever you get podcasts.
I've listened to it a couple times, and it is fantastic. Fantastic.
Eventually, I have intentions of going out and recording my own ambient noises for it.
Yes.
Right now, I'm using them royalty-free sound effects off of the internet, but I would like to record my own noises so I can have them.
Yeah, he did buy a boom mic.
Yeah, but I bought a boom. I already had the mic.
Okay. I think one of these weekends we're probably going to go on a hike, and we'll take our boom and the mic and stuff with us and just try and record some outside noises, some birds, wind, leaves, all that stuff. We can't right now because it's really cold. It's cold.
Well, we could now.
I mean, we could.
That'd be slippery, though.
Yeah, we don't want that. So we do, I think we've mentioned it before, we do record these a few in advance, just so we have a backlog of them. And
time to edit and...
Exactly. And that way, like, yeah, we have all that time. But we did have a quote-unquote snowstorm for South Carolina.
A whole quarter inch. And only on the grass, not on the roads.
No, the roads look good. We haven't been out on the roads yet, so we don't know how they are, but like they literally like did e-learning for school. They let a lot of places go home early, all that stuff because of the snow, because South Carolina does not handle the snow very well.
Well, we have no reason to be able to.
No, because it doesn't ever... I was talking to one of my coworkers, and he said that the last time it snowed here was about 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, I remember that snow because I was here for that one. Because that was end 2020, beginning 2021 time frame. And I remember leaving my dad's house and I'm like, wow, it's snowing to go to work. I remember that. That was the last time that I was told it was snowed because I don't remember the snow the last few years. Ever.
Well, let's see. I've worked for the same place for 13-ish years.
Mm-hmm.
And I think in that time, we've had maybe 2 times where it snowed significantly enough that either I didn't go in or it was a pain to go in.
Mm.
So one time I took the highway and the other time I took the back road and it was fine, but I did have to go off-road a little because there was a tree in the road.
Oh, jeez.
But...
What car were you in at the time? The Altima?
I think I was in Miata.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Having to go off-road in a Miata? That's.
It was like half off.
Okay, so not too bad. Do you want to know the funny thing with Oklahoma? So with Oklahoma, so South Carolina, the night before the snow hit us, they're like, okay, schools, you're going to be e-learning for the next day or you're going to be out of school the next day. That's what South Carolina did. Oklahoma, they go, oh no, you'll still be in school. And then like even during the snow, everything, you have school. It's going to be the next day that you either have a late start or they'll cancel it the next day when it's like, nothing's happening now. You should have canceled it while it was happening. But that's how Oklahoma was the whole time. And that's what they did. It snowed in Oklahoma on Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday. They went to school like normal. Friday, they had a late start.
Well, yeah, because the roads freeze overnight.
I know, but it's still just funny that they do it that way.
Well, because you can drive in snow, you can't drive in ice.
Well, maybe my brain didn't think of it that way, but I just thought it was funny. Ooh, these White Russians are good. I enjoy them very much. Two of our followers had suggested it, so I was like, let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm always game for a White Russian, so.
You do. You had one with whipped vodka last night? Was it last night? Mm-hmm. Just to try it?
Yeah.
What did you think of the whipped vodka with it?
It's too sweet.
Is it? Oh, yeah. Then I would have really liked it.
Yeah, probably. I didn't. It was too sweet. It's sweet enough with the Kahlua. Yeah. Because Kahlua is pretty sweet. So you really don't need... It's like too many flavors.
Ah, fair enough. Yeah, he tried it just to see what it was like. And last night I had a melon and sour. You know, I think Julianne Moore... I have her still on my computer screen. Mm-hmm. I think her and Amy Adams are one of the main reasons why I wanted to go red.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think they both look just so fantastic with red hair.
Yeah.
And
I think so.
I'm like, I want to go red. So when I go red, when I do my hair and make myself red, I aim to be one of those two colors. Either Amy Adams or Julianne Moore red.
What is the difference in their reds to you?
Amy Adams has more of a strawberry red, I think. Let me look up Amy Adams. Yeah, Amy Adams is more of kind of like a strawberry red, like a strawberry blonde red, whereas Julianne Moore is more like a coppery red, in my opinion. I mean, they're similar. But Amy Adams, I mean, her natural hair color is blonde. She dyes her hair red. But she's more of a strawberry blonde red. You know what I'm saying?
In some of these pictures, they appear to have the exact same color hair, to me.
They're very similar. I don't know if Julianne Moore is a natural redhead.
Judging by her skin tone, I would say yes.
But Amy Adams is not a natural redhead. She is blonde and dyed her hair red. But her skin tone also makes her look like a natural redhead.
Redheads are just like super blondes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was a blonde for the beginning 13 years of my life, and then I got darker hair. So now I have this, like, kind of darker... It's not super dark, but it's like I call it a mousy brown. It's more like an ash brown color hair. Like, those are the two that inspired me to finally go red. And red now is my favorite color on me.
Yeah.
I think the red just suits me.
Well, you also have very pale skin tone.
I do. And pinky undertones. So that really helps. When I saw them, I was like, oh my gosh, I want to be red like them. And Deborah Messing. Deborah Messing is very pretty with red hair. When I think of her, I think of The Wedding Date. It's a really good. It's Deborah Messing, where she pays this guy to be her wedding date.
Oh, I think I have seen that.
Amy Adams is in it.
I think I have seen that.
But Amy Adams is a blonde in it. Not a redhead. She's a blonde.
Well, her natural hair color, by the way, I just looked it up, is strawberry blonde. Not blonde.
Oh. So I guess she just makes it more red.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there you go.
Which is why her skin tone looks like a redhead.
Yeah, but I do like my hair being, I guess, the one feature that people comment on.
People don't comment on my features.
They comment on my hair. I got a lot of compliments.
Not to my face, anyway.
Oh, I know. I talk behind your back all the time.
No.
But it's nothing but good stuff. These are strong.
I think they're good. I don't think they're not strong. Like, they're not excessively alcoholic. They're the way they're supposed to be.
I mean, it's
You're just a lightweight.
Yeah, that's true, too. Mm-hmm. Plus, I only had oatmeal today.
Yeah.
That was a couple hours ago. So I don't have a whole lot on my stomach.
I had some apple things earlier.
In the middle of the night?
Yeah. I think that's all. And coffee. Yeah, I kind of winged an apple thing, and it was okay. But it was like, I was trying to go for like fried apples with a crumble topping. If you don't try, how will you know if you make something or not?
It's true. That's how you come up with recipes, or how people come up with recipes is you got to start somewhere.
Yeah. And I have a general idea when I mix ingredients together what it's going to be like.
That's why you're better at winging it than I am.
It's just that I was hoping for a little bit of sauciness, and there was none. It was just dry.
Did you do butter and brown sugar with the apples and cook those?
Mm-hmm.
That should have given you some sort of sauce.
Yeah. I didn't want it to be overly sugary, though.
Oh.
So I didn't put a lot of brown sugar.
Hmm.
There was a lot of butter in there, though. It was like half a stick of butter in it.
Jeez. That is a lot of butter. How many apples did you use?
2.
Oh, and those apples are tiny, too.
Yeah, they're small. Well, because I didn't want to make, like...
a big...
just a massive amount of apple whatever.
Yeah.
That wouldn't get eaten. So I tried to make it like a single serve.
Fair enough.
But I think it needed something to make it saucier. Either cook the apples longer or maybe get Wayne Brady involved.
Wayne Brady?
Yeah, he's saucy.
Wayne Brady. From the Brady Bunch?
No, Wayne Brady.
Oh, from Whose Line?
Yeah.
That I don't know why that took me a moment. I was like,
I don't either.
The Brady Bunch. Yeah, no, not the Brady Bunch. Wayne Brady. Yes, I know who Wayne Brady is. He's a good comedian.
Yeah.
I love Whose Line.
Well, he does Let's Make a Deal.
Nuh-uh.
Mm-hmm.
Does he really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, he's the host of Let's Make a Deal. Which is funny because another Whose Line actor is the host of The Price is Right.
Drew.
Yeah.
I don't like him.
How do you really feel?
To me, Drew is one of those people who tries to be funny but is not funny, so it's awkward.
I think he's funny. I don't think he's good at improv.
Maybe that's why. Because I've only seen him
as a host of Whose Line, when he was just hosting, it was fine. It was when he tried to get in on the game. I think he's just not great at improv games.
Maybe that's what it is. As a host, he was fine, yeah. But when he was trying, I'm like, I don't think he's funny at all. Wayne Brady, Colin Mockery, and...
Ryan
Stiles. I was like, I know Stiles, but I couldn't remember his first name. They are my favorite favorite. And then that guy with the glasses who's kind of older. I really like him too.
Greg Proops.
Yes. I'm so glad you knew his name.
I used to listen to his podcast.
Oh, they're hilarious.
The smartest man in the world.
Really? Oh, they're so good. Like, those four together are just gold. They are hilarious. My favorite one, I remember, it's the party one where it's the person who is hosting a party and the other people are contestants, and it's always Greg Proops who hosts the party and has to guess who the other ones are. And Ryan was a newborn baby, and that one was my favorite. Mm-hmm. It's hilarious because he's like flopping on the floor. Hilarious.
Did Greg Proops get it right?
I don't remember. I don't know. I don't know how they get any of those right because I would never guess any of the stuff that they do. But it was hilarious. I died laughing. I was crying. I was laughing so hard. There is one thing that I like that some comedians do. I like crowd work. There's one girl on TikTok that I've been following.
Oh, the one with the dress?
Yes.
Yeah.
She wears a dress. She has a red wig on.
She's more of a vaudevillian than a comedian.
I like her.
In my opinion. Like, she's like what do they call that?
Burlesque.
Yeah, like a burlesque performer.
I could see that. She is the first one I saw where she was holding this paper and she dropped it and she goes, "Oh no. Oh no. Help. Mm-hmm. Help." And I'm like, "Oh, I love this." I just think she's fantastic. We'll have to post maybe like her. I've only ever seen her on TikTok, so I don't know if she's on anything else. I'm sure she is, but we'll have to see. Well, I think
that's like the most non sequitur way to end.
White Russians, yes, guys, go on our social medias, give us some sort of suggestions.
And if TikTok goes away, we'll probably start doing shorts on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Or Reels.
Reels. I think
one of the two.
We'll try.
I'd like to get like a following separate from Facebook because, Facebook's its own thing.
True.
But we'll see.
I think that's going to be it for us this week, guys.
That is going to do it. Check us out on social media, rate and comment, leave a review.
Share. All of that. Give us drink suggestions.
Look for us on Spotify, iHeartRadio,
Apple Podcasts,
Podcast Addict, wherever you get your podcasts, see if we're there.
Yep. All right. Well, you guys have a great week.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Was a good one.
You're not supposed to say it. I already have the recording.